You alright guys, this is ATC and today I'm bringing you another Black Ops 2 commentary. And before I actually get into the topic of the video, I'd just like to say thank you very much to everyone who's subscribed to my channel and who's been active, because I am now at 103 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic, and it really does make me happy to know that it's like 103 people. If you've got them people, line them up together, that's a shitload of people. So thank you very much guys. I've got a really nice 100 subscriber video planned that should be coming out in the next week or so. It's just like a little thank you video, and it's just like a little surprise. So I hope you're looking forward to that, and yeah, I'll just get on with what I wanted to talk about in the first place, and that is lag compensation. And there's a lot of you probably standing or sitting there biting your nails thinking, yeah, fuck that shit. But I just want to talk about a couple of methods that could actually be used to get rid of lag compensation. And it's nothing that you can do as a person, so there's nothing that we can do as people apart from just moan and bitch until a certain couple of game developers decide to pull the pants up and start doing a bit better job when it comes to making Call of Duty. Lag compensation, it really does seem to affect a lot of people. There's not one person that I actually speak to that don't get slapped in the ass by lag compensation. And if you look at a game like Battlefield 3, and well, before I actually say that, I like to admit that I'm a bit of a sucker for Battlefield 3. I really do love that game, and I would post a lot more Battlefield 3 gameplay if that's what people wanted to see, but the game itself is a little bit outdated compared to Black Ops 2, even though it is actually more advanced. Just a better game in general, but like I say, not many people really want to see that. One thing that Battlefield 3 does is it doesn't have any lag, or at least I've never experienced lag or know anybody that has experienced lag. Sometimes you will get kicked out of a server because, sometimes connection problems do happen, but I'm never in a game thinking, I shot that guy, I put 40 bullets out my PDW into his face and he just killed me in one bullet from a sniper rifle. You don't really get that in that game, and everything's just like extremely balanced. And when you look at Black Ops 2 and you think, the standard games are 6v6 on a map that's just a little bit smaller than the area that you live in like a couple of streets or whatever. They're only extremely small maps. But when you look at Battlefield 3 and you think, right, there's 12 players a team, so that's 24 players in a game, and the maps are about 25 times the size of Black Ops 2 maps, and you still don't get lag. They must be doing something extremely well. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I'm sure that Battlefield 3 has dedicated servers for the players to play on, because if you don't know or you've never played Battlefield 3, you can actually purchase your own server and have your own rules, have how long the game goes on for, and how many points it takes to actually win a game. And you can customize them settings, so therefore you own that server. And I think them servers run off a dedicated server somewhere in a big place with little boxes that are actually dedicated servers. And in that case, nobody's pulling the host to the actual game. Unlike Black Ops 2, where if you pull the host, everyone's leeching off your internet, so you're going to get fucked by lag compensation. And it's just something that could be applied to Black Ops 2 and it would be super effective. I already know that it will be extremely expensive to be able to have dedicated servers for Black Ops 2 because of the sheer amount of people that actually play it. But if you look at the night it was released and how many players were online, I think it was nearly 1 million players playing at one time. And now it averages about 300,000. So where's that 700,000 players gone? And most of them, well, not most, I'd say maybe 40-50% of them did resell the game and just get rid of it, and actually had some sense in the head to be able to go and play a different game like Battlefield 3 where you don't get lag. But a lot of them actually sold the game, and them players probably would have stayed if lag compensation didn't exist, or there's no such thing as pulling host in Black Ops 2. And it's kind of a thought to think, they are pretty cheap, because this has been going on for a long time, even since Call of Duty 4, and even sometimes games before Call of Duty 4 has been using it where a player actually hosts the full game. But you also look at Call of Duty 4 and think, you didn't really get hit detection or lag compensation, or we just didn't really know what it was. So they must have done something to be able to bring on lag compensation, and the most simplest solution is to have dedicated servers for Black Ops 2, and this would absolutely fantastically increase the revenue and all the players that actually play the game will enjoy playing it instead of punching the telly and throwing the controllers at the pets and stuff. You know, I'm going to stop this rant here because it's getting a little bit out of hand. It really did escalate quickly, but come on, quote. Yeah, so once again, thank you very much for 100 subscribers. I'm not entirely sure if this video made a lot of sense, because when I go on a rant, I seem to just ramble on and talk a lot of nonsense, but in my head I felt like I said the correct things at the correct time. You know, that's basically it for this video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure as always. Don't forget to leave feedback, and I'm not asking you to, I'm just saying it would be nice. Hint hint. Yeah, I'll see you all later, guys. Take care.